What's good, CBT fam? Before y'all get into the video, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell to get notified every time I upload content. Peace. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk. Colossal Boxing Talk is associated with Three Kings Boxing under the movement umbrella, and I am back with another video. Promoter Eddie Hearn says that Anthony Joshua wants Wilder, but he wants the fight to take place in the UK. And this should come as no surprise to anybody because after he unified the WBO, IBF, WBA, IBO heavyweight titles against Joseph Parker, he said that when he was interviewed in this post-fight interview, he said that he wants to fight in the UK. Eddie Hearn and Joshua are on the same page when it comes to that. They feel that they've built something special over there, and they don't want to shortchange their people over there in the UK. They want to get the first dibs, the first fight between Joshua and Wilder over there in the UK. And obviously, Joshua is the A side. We know that. He makes reportedly 20 million a fight. He puts between 50,000 to 80 to 90, 100,000 people in the seats at Wembley's stadium or any other stadium that he's fighting in. He's a massive draw over there. He's probably the biggest global star in boxing, arguably, because you know Canelo Alvarez is up there as well. But I mean, this seems like it may be a sticking point in negotiations. Not that Eddie Hearn has said this a deal breaker, but Anthony Joshua, we know he's been steadfast in saying that he wants the fight to take place in the UK. Eddie Hearn has said the sequel, the rematch, could take place in the US. He's also admitted that while he wants to fight in the UK, Eddie Hearn does, as well as Joshua, they would make more money in the US. But Joshua, being the fighter and being determined to keep the fight in the UK, just wants it in the UK, and you can understand that. This is what Eddie Hearn had to say. I met with Anthony and his coach Rob McCracken on Tuesday to discuss our next move. AJ feels like he deserves it to be like he deserves it to the UK fans who have supported him up until now to make sure it happens at home. It gets to the stage where we are asking, or are we looking to do it in the US because it's more money? But is that really important? At the moment, the fight makes more money in America, but he feels he owes it to the UK fans to do it at home, and understandably so. You know, Eddie Hearn is in the States. Yesterday he announced a huge mega deal, a $1 billion deal over 8 years with who was it that he got a streaming service with Dyson. Is a streaming service. He said he's going to put on 16 shows in the United States every year. He's targeting some top American fighters, both Charlo brothers, I think Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder himself. The list goes on and on. So Eddie Hearn is trying to make his mark in America, but the main focus is to make Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder the biggest fight that can be made in boxing right now. And he said that talks are positive. They got a good offer from Team Wilder. Conversations are being consistent. They're talking daily. They're keeping things out of the media, which is a good thing. And I think that the fight will happen. He wants it to happen next. And he's giving it a more than a 50% chance of happening. Anthony Joshua said he's 95% sure the fight will happen. He didn't specify next or later in the year, but he definitely feels the fight will happen this year. He's made it clear that he wants Deontay Wilder. He wants all 4 belts. And hopefully we get the fight. But I understand Anthony Joshua, although they would make more money over here in the States. You got to give it up to him. He's been putting asses in seats. He's been a big draw ever since he turned pro. He's been everything they thought that he was going to be as an amateur when he won gold in 2012 to up and now 2018 being the only unified heavyweight champion. He holds 3 of the 4 major belts. So while I think this may prolong negotiations a little longer, unless Team Wilder can sweeten up the deal to make Anthony Joshua comfortable with fighting in America, I think that this fight will be staged in the UK, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? As long as these two guys are fighting each other, the fans will be satisfied. The fighters will be satisfied because, like I said, they're hard at work now. The managers and promoters are at negotiating this deal, hammering out the particulars and getting everything in order. And I expect us to have an announcement next week or the following week. Because everything that's been coming out, especially from Eddie Hearn, because nobody from Wilder's side has really been speaking on how the negotiations are progressing now. But if everything continues to go as smooth as they are according to Eddie Hearn, we should have an announcement, next week or a week after, sometime soon. So hopefully, we get everything situated between the two. They can decide on if they're gonna stage it in America or the UK, and we'll go from there. If you like this video, do what I told you to do in the beginning. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Go to Facebook, like the Colossal Boxing Talk Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter at Colossal CBT. Shout out to everybody in the movement that's moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com daily for your latest and greatest unfiltered, unbiased, updated boxing news reported the way it should be. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.